Yeah, okay.
All green?
Question 1.
We're on science.
Right. Name the scientist, funnily enough, born in Western Fable, Northampton,
No.
who was a molecular biologist, biophysicist and a neuroscientist. He's widely known for use of the term central dogma to summarise the idea that once information is transferred from nucleic acids to proteins, it cannot flow back to nucleic acids and is irreversible. He was jointly awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1962. Simon.
Dr. Sanger again.
No. Steve?
Crick.
It is Crick. Yeah,
That's
Crick.
Jolly good.
Bamber Crick.
Okay.
Eating it, by the way.
Question 2. Found in the Bushveld rocks of Transvaal, South Africa, and only found in abundance at Sudbury, Ontario, where it is mined for its metal, sperrylite is the ore of which metal? That's Dave.
Tin.
No. That's Steve.
I'll try titanium again.
No. Michael.
Zinc.
No. Simon.
Platinum.
It is platinum. Yeah.
Get it, sir.
Good man, Simon.
We want platinum, Lee.
Thinking that way.
Right. Question 3, technology, and this is as advanced as technology gets for me, but I'll give you a clue and say it's not food and drink. Introduced in London in the 1880s, the first modern coin-operated vending machines dispensed which items? Steve?
Cigarettes.
No.
I like the guess.
Condos.
No.
I like the guess.
Simon?
Toothbrushes.
No.
Hate
Vince?
the guess.
Boot polish.
No, if anything's going to go to Charlie, this is. Michael?
Toilet paper.
No. E.
Coal.
No. Gavin?
Stamps.
No. Tony?
Umbrellas.
No. Alex?
No.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
great.
Guess.
Great guess.
Yeah. No, all done. Apparently it's postcards.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Okay, so question 5. How many degrees are there in each internal angle of a dodecagon? That's Steve.
And each one is 112.
Bean?
72.
Dave?
150.
Correct. 150.
Yeah. 30 actually.
Well done, David. Hit your noise.
Questions.
Hold it, sorry.
Red tooth genius.
Question 6. This mineral occurs on all continents. Most is colourless, white, grey, orange or brown, but it can also be bright blue or purple, basically every colour. Commonly found in massive embedded aggregates, it also occurs in coarse crystalline masses or in granular and compact form. The crystals are normally cubic. By what common name is the mineral halite better known as? That is Steve.
Quartz.
Not what I've got. Lee?
Rock salt.
It is rock salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sing it, Lee.
The oracle speaks.
Question 7.
It doesn't sing.
The New Horizons probe that passed Pluto in 2015 contained some of whose ashes? Dave?
Gene Roddenberry.
No. Steve?
Arthur Finkel. No, Fred Hubble. No, forget it.
Gavin?
James Doohan.
No. Bean?
No, sorry.
Simon?
Isaac Asimov.
No. Lee?
Carl Sagan.
Michael?
Lovell.
Brendan?
Angela.
Vince? No. No. That's Tombo who discovered it.
Course it was.
Damn, still the
I was
answer to
convinced
that.
of my Gene Roddenberry. He's
Yeah,
definitely done
he was,
that.
Is it? I think he's ashes on the moon.
He's done that.
Question 8. My favourite science question. Dr.
Northampton.
Sadly not, no. Dr. Sarah Perkins is the coordinator and co-founder of Project Splatter, collecting data since 2013 and organised at Cardiff University, set up to collect wildlife roadkill data that might be of interest from a scientific point of view. Receiving over 10,000 reports each year, Project Splatter says this is just the tip of the iceberg because not everyone has heard of Project Splatter. I'm doing my best, Sarah. She added that the data collected by Project Splatter would be used to determine what areas place warning signs. So in the 6 months to June this year, compiled from over 5,000 reports, and with a total of 1,347, according to Project Splatter, which creature tops the list of fatalities? Simon.
Hedgehog.
That was 4th. Steve.
Is that question over?
Yes, it is over, yeah. Steve?
Fly.
That's actually very sensible. Yeah, it's a creature, yeah.
Lee?
Squirrel.
No. Tony?
Pheasant.
Correct. Pheasant, followed by a badger, a
The
fox and a
prodigal
hedgehog.
son returns.
That's a thing. Sea badgers on the spot.
Really?
Yeah.
More pheasants than hedgehog?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can actually see it. I think Naseby's off cycling out from
Yeah.
Yeah,
Three
well,
times.
pheasants are property and earn money for people, so we'll report them.
Yeah. Question 9. You're contacted out of the blue by someone asking you to pay a fee to move money from one country to another, and you'll be in line for a generous cut. This type of advanced fee fraud, often originating from the same country, is named after what number article in... Okay.
Nigeria.
No, Michael?
419.
It is the 419 scam.
Out.
It's named
Magic
after an
dots.
article in the Nigerian Criminal Code.
Good question.
He's done a few.
Good answer, I mean. Terrible question.
Okay. Question 10. A normal range of these units is 300 to 500, which translates to 1/8 of an inch. 1 unit is defined as 0.01 millimetre thickness at standard temperature and pressure. Named after the British physicist, what is measured in Dobsons? Simon?
So it can't resist it. Choices.
Good. Michael?
Atoms.
No. Looking at you, Gavin?
No.
No. Lee?
Cells.
No. Steve?
Meniscus.
No.
Go on.
No, that's ozone. Identified as a specific disease by Jean-Martin Charcot, a pioneering French neurologist in 1869. It's still called Charcot's disease in France. Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. Dave?
Lou Gehrig's disease.
Correct.
Oh!
Named after which New York Yankees
Red
player?
tooth genius.
Question 12. This location has appeared on both the shows Doctor Who and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Mobile phones are banned on this site and the staff microwave is shielded by a metal box to prevent interference. The site hosts the headquarters of the international project, the Square Kilometre Array. Begun in 1945, what in July 29 was declared a UNESCO...
Jodrell Bank.
Jodrell Bank? Yeah. Could it be a hat trick?
Red tooth genius.
Question 13. Which creature has the scientific name Naja Naja?
You spell nausea?
N-A-J-A, N-A-J-A.
Is it the Viper?
No. Steve?
A nightjar.
Vince?
Toad.
No. Lee?
I mean, I was going to say turds.
No. Alex?
Cobra.
Correct.
The chili called a Naga Viper, isn't
Cobra.
it? Like the really stupidly
I
hot
now
chili.
officially hate you. Check it out!
No, because it's like a thing from Indian mythology.
John Richardson, you've got your
That's
dad.
why I asked him to spell it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I knew it was some kind of snake.
Spot on. Spot on. 14. Machu Picchu, Great Wall, Vostok, Halley, Jinnah, Davis, Belgrano and McMurdo are all examples of what? That's Simon.
Antarctic Research Station.
Antarctic Research Station.
Nearly on there, Alex. How far was Alex behind there?
Oh, sorry, they're gone.
Good man, Simon.
Question 15. Round about July the 4th is when this happens for the Earth. Deriving from the Greek, what is the name of the point in the orbit of an object?
It's the perihelion.
Unfortunately not, no. Tony?
Aphelion.
Correct. It's the
Minus
furthest away rather than the closest away.
one for me, and Tony,
The prodigal son returns.
that cuts like a knife. 8 or 12. At least you've made a sensible decision and knew what I was on about.
Okay.
Nobody else trusts me.
My second favourite science question. Right. One of the most antisocial, unfriendly animals alive is... Dave? Is the
Steve
octopus.
Kid.
Correct. 2 points. Right, so, question 17. Many projects have attempted to bridge the gap in knowledge caused by this area, and in 1968, MAF A1 and MAF A2 were discovered here because of their infrared emission. In 1994 and 1996, Dwingloo 1 and Dwingloo 2 were discovered here. What is the name given to this area of the sky in which these galaxies were discovered that is obscured by the Milky Way? Simon?
Large Magellan Cloud.
No.
I was expecting something like Snickers coming at you after that.
Brendan?
The dark side.
I'm going to go for
Oh.
dark side.
No.
God, yeah, it's...
Moving right along.
Okay, last one, Michael.
Evil Nebula.
No, it's the zone of avoidance. Apparently.
I've been to a few of them in Nottingham last night.
They'll say Yates is in Rochdale.
Could be. Question 18. Using both the colour code scale, white, green, yellow, orange and red, and an integer scale from 0 to 10, this was created by Richard P. Binzel in 1999 at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The first version was presented at a UN conference in 1995, with a revised version presented at a conference in Turin in 1999. It was adopted under what name for the scale for categorising impact hazard associated with near-Earth objects such as asteroids and comets? That's Dave.
Extinction scale?
No, Steve.
Gone.
Bean.
A Halley scale.
No. That's Simon.
Asimov scale.
No. All done.
What the bloody hell was that scale?
That was Torino scale.
Yeah. Very, very legitimate question, absolutely.
Question 19. In food additives, if the E100 numbers are colorants, the 200 numbers preservatives, and the 300 numbers antioxidants, what are the 400 numbers? That's Brendan.
Flavourings.
No. Bean.
Emulsifiers.
Yeah, take that. Thickeners, emulsifiers or stabilisers.
Correct quiz.
And your last question. Why do old men have big ears? What is the...
Oh, that might leave pause.
That wasn't a pause, was it?
Give it a go.
Which
Now
one?
I've got to go for the Rudyard Kipling.
This one's... Brendan.
Because Noddy wouldn't pay the ransom money?
Surely that's worth a that's worth a not a neg, even if it's not.
Thanks for bringing yourself back to me, by the way.
Michael.
Winners of an Ig Nobel Prize.
Correct. What is the optimal way to dunk your biscuit and all that gunk on your car, guide to splattered insects, or past winners of what scientific award? Ig Nobel Prize.
Dave Bill won the round with 6, but Simon Chilton, more importantly, Michael McPartland and Tony Richardson with 4 apiece. It means that this is a galactic chasm between you and Dave Bill. There is no way you can be beaten today. Let's get straight on with it.
Geography.
Yeah. So we got...
Good luck, Michael. Yeah, I'll just give you a quick read of the overall scores. Is that in first place is Michael McPartland on 32. In second place, Dave Bill on 23. In third place on 18 is Simon Chilton. We've got 15 points for Tony Richardson.
Yeah, but you were... I was a little...
Basically, it's yours to lose, Michael, I think. Go.
Okay. So we have...
Yeah. 32. Oh yeah, I was 11.
No, Ashton Davis.
He's going to mop this up.
Lee and Simon.
So we have geography, including economics, sociology, psychology and social sciences.
20 questions on economics.
Question 1. Covering an area of 913 square miles, Northamptonshire is landlocked between how many other counties? Steve.
7.
Bean.
6.
Dave.
5.
Tony.
4.
Lee.
8.
8. Correct.
I got to 7, that was too high.
You want to know Warwickshire, Leicester, Rutland, Cambridgeshire, Bedfordshire,
Well, I
Bucks,
guess.
Oxford and
There's a lot.
Question 2.
Lee.
Named after the Portuguese for twist or turn, Which river has the smaller tributary river called the Oti and has been dammed at Akosombo to generate hydroelectricity? It's crossed by the Adobe Bridge and has parts called the Black, the White and the Red. That's Brendan.
Amazon.
Dave.
Meander?
Michael.
Jura.
Lee.
Limpopo.
Bean.
Orinoco,
Tony.
Paraná.
Simon.
No, we've all gone by answers.
Nobody else?
Yeah, pass. Oh, sorry.
You're not
I
on
thought, Tigers.
No. Okay, all gone. Steve Volter. Question 3, if I pronounce this correctly. Which British city lies on the River Alun, A-L-U-N? That's Bean.
Londonderry.
Dave?
Aberystwyth?
Michael?
Bangor.
Steve?
Truro.
Tony?
St David's.
Correct.
Oh!
Use a Welsh one.
Question 4. This lake is oval in shape with an area of over 3,000 square miles and 110 miles in length. Average width of 36 miles. It's about 60 feet deep in the centre and its waters reach a depth of 200 feet near its largest island, Ometepe. 40 rivers drain into the lake and there are more than 400 islands in the lake. It is the only freshwater lake containing oceanic life, including sharks and swordfish, as the trapped ocean fish adapt themselves as the salt water gradually turns fresh. The Spanish call it Mar Dulce and its indigenous name is Coquibolca, both terms meaning sweet sea. Its present name is said to have derived from an Indian chief who lived on the lake shores. What is the name of the largest lake in Central America? It's Michael.
Titicaca. I was going to say that, but he said
No.
so.
Steve?
It's not the Okefenokee either.
No. Lee?
No.
Tony?
Nicaragua.
Tiz? Yeah. Just
Prodigal son returns.
You won't be looking for your second place if Durham got 4 points.
I was lucky I was on there.
Question 5. With a large crater lake called Heaven Lake sitting on the top and at 9,003 feet, Mount Paichu is the highest mountain in which country? That's P-A-E-K-T-U. Steve?
Here we go, 9,000 foot Guatemala.
No. Dave?
Mexico?
Bean?
Bhutan.
Michael?
North Korea.
North Korea? Yeah.
The whole of Mexico's over 9,000
Yeah.
foot. Who got that?
Michael?
Ireland.
Magic dots.
Very useful.
Question 6. What is the most populous US city to have been founded in the 20th century? Steve?
Las Vegas.
Correct.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
Bean and Tony are
Yeah, you're looking at it like the desert, aren't you?
Question 7.
Boom.
Nigeria, Ethiopia, Egypt, and which other African country have populations greater than the UK? Steve?
South Africa.
Simon?
Democratic Republic of Congo.
Correct.
Oh!
Done every one of these.
Thank you for whoever said South Africa.
Yeah, well, thank you for being second. I don't think I said them, Carl.
Question 8. Locally, this country has been known by many names, including Camberassi, Potente, and Mon.
Northampton's not country.
No, sadly not, no. First time it appeared on a Western map, it did so under its local name of Brokpa. Others include Lomon, meaning dark southland, Lo Sendion, meaning southland of the Cyprus, and Loman Kazi, southland of the Four Approaches, and Lo Menjon, southland of the Herbs. Which country is also notable for pioneering the concept of gross national happiness?
Oh,
It's Michael.
Bhutan.
Bhutan, yeah. Steve then
south
Dave.
of Cyprus.
Question 9.
Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
Magic dots.
Which British city has areas called Castle, Splot and St Mellons? It's Dave.
Cardiff.
Cardiff.
Relative genius.
Spot.
Never heard of
Splot.
Totty from sort of Limbo.
Also
Totty
there's
from
an area
Spotties.
called Castle Thorpe.
Who's the miss with this? Wilson.
Question 10. Set up in 2001 and named after a French general, Camp Lemonier, Lemonier, is the USA's only permanent military base? In which country in Africa? Steve?
Madagascar.
No. Bean?
Ivory Coast.
No. Dave?
Somalia.
Vince?
Mali.
Michael?
Kenya.
Tony?
Morocco.
Simon?
Djibouti.
Djibouti? Yeah.
Who got that?
Simon?
Simon.
How?
It's got to be near the Middle East
Yeah.
and owned by the French.
Well worked out.
I'm way past that.
Question 11. The dialect of this island became extinct in the 20th century, with the last known native speaker died around 1960. What is it? Dave?
Alaman.
Nope. Michael?
You were saying Alaman, weren't you?
Sky.
No. Tony?
Tooth loser.
Hang on.
Brecon.
Careful now.
No.
Who was third on the list there?
Tony?
Tell me.
Not in any universe.
Died around 1960 with only one audio recording known to exist. One reason for the extinction of the language is the population movement, in particular the influx of labourers from the UK employed by the government on an abortive harbour project and other fortifications under Victoria's reign, as well as the stationing of a large British garrison amongst the small population, relegating the language to a lesser status for communication. The evacuation of all the indigenous speakers during World War II was thought to be a major factor in the final loss of the spoken language when Witch Island was occupied by the Wehrmacht. Steve?
Ascension Island.
Simon? Vince?
Sark.
No. Any more? Alex?
White.
Other one? No. Brendan?
Jersey.
No. Any more? Lee?
Raccoon.
No. Bean?
Mull.
No. Is that everyone?
Yeah.
No, you said all the others around it.
Alderney.
Alderney. Question 13. Which US state capital has the longest name? Steve?
Annapolis.
Dave?
Salt Lake City.
Bean? To hurry? No. Simon?
Oklahoma City.
Brendan?
Tallahassee.
Tony? Lee?
Jefferson City.
Jefferson City?
Ah.
Yeah.
They were all
One
good,
more.
they were all very good guesses.
One more than Oklahoma.
Lee, you've
One
done
more
it
than
again. But this time, I'll give you that one.
I was going to say that.
Question 14. 2 answers required.
What's that?
Oh, sorry. 2 answers required. As you know, Northants borders Rutland. What are the only 2 towns in Rutland? Dave?
Oakham and
The other one.
Effingham.
What?
Something I can't it's called.
No. Michael?
Walkham and Inningham.
No. Simon?
Oakham and Uppingham.
Okay, so close.
Good man, Simon.
And no next, sir.
No. Easachuluan, spelled EAS-A-CHUAL, in Sutherland in Scotland, is Britain's largest what? That's Lee.
Bog.
No. Steve?
Reservoir.
Tony?
Moraine.
Simon?
Picked House.
Dave?
Glacier.
Michael?
Volcanic plug.
Vince?
Deary State.
Yeah.
Deary State.
Bean?
Ken.
No. Brendan?
Oxbow Lake.
No.
Has that got another name?
We're all done. Apparently it's 4 times bigger than Niagara waterfall.
Such
In
a
full flow.
legitimate question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
absolutely.
question. We didn't know it. It's really sad.
Question 19. With services offered by Loganair, Britain's 41st passenger airport opened this month in which British city? That's been. It's Carlisle. Yeah.
Great answer.
Correct quiz.
Question 20. Which islands started being settled some 7,000 years ago after the islands began to re-emerge from the sea after being pushed down by the weight of continental ice of the latest ice age? 90% of the population live on the main island, Faster, with a further 6,500. Lee?
That's a bit early. Faroe Islands.
Faroes, did you say?
Yeah.
No.
Faroes.
And can I just deduct this?
Bullshit.
That's Simon.
It's going to be Spitsbergen.
No.
I think so.
Simon, you were doing so well there.
Yeah. 90% of the population live in the mainland of Fasta, with a further 6,500 on the islands to the east. It is autonomous, and it's the only monolingually Swedish-speaking region of Finland, with its... Michael?
The Åland Islands?
Yeah, Åland,
Yeah.
or Åland, yeah. Yeah.
It's a great finish.
Magic dance.
So with Simon getting deducted 1 point there and Michael gaining 2, that means it's all tied at geography on 5 points each. Back to the main stage. I will read you your scores in reverse order if you don't mind. So basically there's 11 players here. A great effort by Alex. You're 11th overall, so a little round of applause. I'm going to get my act together here. On 10th place with 1 point, all the way from down south, it's Gary Tilden.
Go on, Gary.
You didn't get to hear your negative, but we said soft southerner.
No.
Oh, you did get it once. In 9th place, Vince O'Connor on 5 points. How about that? Very credible. 8th place with 7 points by 1. You beat Vince. Yes! Brendan Curtis. 7th place, Steve Kidd beat Brendan Curtis by 1. 8 points. Keep going. In 6th place, my man, Chris Bean, with a magnificent 13. A good last round as well. If you want to know what people are scratching, how did Chris Bean do that? He got 4 on froth, he got 4 on sport, he got 2 on geography, he got 4 on history. 4s were not bad today, I think. Well done, Chris. Brilliant stuff, really. 5 points. In 5th place with 14 points in Mr. Lee Warburton. You know, on 4 points, it's my personal favourite, Tony Richardson, 18. On 18. In 3rd place with 23 altogether. It's going to slay you this, Dave, Bill, because you're on 24 and you're on 23, Simon, together. But basically, we've got Simon in 3rd place and Dave Bill in 2nd place by 1 point. And magnificent performance. Yeah, look at him. He looks like Mrs. Doyle and she's guessed Todd Umpshire name after 2 hours. It's Michael Patton and magnificent 37. Nobody anywhere near. Into perspective with your 37 points, don't forget Clive Dunning scored well over 130 points in one single LightSpeed Quiz, so don't get cocky. Well done. Great set of questions, yeah? For the money. In 3rd place, I believe, 71, 83, 78. 71. Chris Bean. Money back. 78. To add to your collection is Michael McPartland. No brainer. Simon, he's got 83. He was always favourite and he's done it. So please come and join in LightSpeed Quiz if you can. Today's quiz, without any hesitation or repetition, has been the toughest one we've had. And yet I'm beginning to think it's the one I've most enjoyed. Frustrating at times, always interesting. It's panned out in the kind of order which, well, is a reasonable order there. It's been great to see Tony Richardson back again. It's just been especially good to see Alex here. You are so much nicer than Chris Curtis, I'm not kidding. After 3 questions in the first round, I know you can go back 4 weeks and watch it. I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, Steve Lacy, you're absolutely punishing here. But it was a punishment of absolute luxury. So well done everybody who's competed. Great place to be. Thanks to the people behind the bar. A special thanks to Steve Lacy for it. An interesting and fascinating and very, very enjoyable set.